Hi there, it's Sue Thomas here with the last instalment of my 5 videos to help you understand things that you can do to improve your health on a day-to-day basis as a result of downloading my 5 Steps to Fabulous ebook. So today what I wanted to talk about was hormones and understanding how to balance your hormones more effectively. So I've already talked about bloating and gut health and how important it is to have the gut bacteria nicely balanced. And the last video I did talked about blood sugar balance and how our insulin has an impact on stress in the system, and how if we have insulin and cortisol high, that will have an impact on how effective we are at fat burning. But equally as much, insulin and cortisol have a massive impact on our hormone balance. Cortisol in particular is a dominant hormone, and it's made up of the same substances that our estrogen and progesterone are made up of. So if cortisol is high in the system because we've got a lot of stress going on, the body will steal, or the cortisol will steal the raw materials from our estrogen and progesterone production. So high levels of cortisol in the system can have a real impact on our hormone balance. Also, we've already talked about caffeine. Caffeine can have a huge impact on our liver function, and having a fully functioning detoxifying liver is really, really important. The liver detoxifies as a result of being exposed to chemical estrogens, and it tries to get rid of those estrogens out of the system. And when we are detoxifying, we need to have a number of nutrients, antioxidants, which I spoke about in the last video, from green leafy vegetables and some dark fruits. And also we need lots of good quality proteins. Those two substances together will help the liver to detoxify and get rid of those chemical estrogens out of the system. If we don't have enough of those in our diet, then that can compromise the liver's ability to detoxify. And when the liver detoxifies, it's usually through the night. So if we have poor sleep and we come into a lighter phase of sleep, then the liver will wake us up basically. So if you're someone who wakes between 1 and 3, that is a sign that your liver's not working properly and that you need to give it some attention. Equally as much, if you're having really bad PMT or you're having lots and lots of hot flushes and other menopause symptoms, that is also a sign that your liver's not working properly and that you need to give it some attention. Simple things you can do to support the liver are to eat lots of green foods, because in Chinese medicine the liver is a green organ, so it needs lots of green foods, and it needs lots of antioxidants, and they come from green food. So supporting your liver by kind of creating more nutrient diversity on your plate, lots of colours in your plate, will really help the liver to function effectively. And then the key nutrients you need for blood sugar balance are magnesium, which we spoke about on the first video, and getting more magnesium into the system. And we need lots of B vitamins, and B vitamins tend to come from green leafy vegetables. And unfortunately, B vitamins are really easily cooked out of food. So if you are cooking green leafy vegetables, you can quite quickly destroy the B vitamins. So trying to eat green leafy vegetables in a raw state as much as possible, or a lightly steamed state, will really help to increase the amount of B vitamins that you've got in your system. And then the third nutrient we need for better hormone balance is good quality fats. Now, we are obsessed with not eating fat because we think fat is going to make us fat. But if we're eating good quality fats from fish oils and avocados and seeds and nuts, all of those fats are what are known as omega-3 fats, and they are really important for hormone balance. They make up the basis of the raw materials for our hormone balance. And if we are in a stressed state and stealing those raw materials, with the cortisol is stealing from the estrogen and progesterone, any good fats that we do consume are going to be rediverted to the cortisol. So we need to make sure we're increasing the amount of good quality fats we have in our diet. So eating lots of, as I said, oily fish and omega-3 avocados and seeds and nuts, all great sources of omega-3 fats. Do not be frightened to consume those substances. They will not make you fat. Actually, fat doesn't have a relationship with insulin, and insulin is what I talked about in the last video. Insulin and blood sugar imbalances from carbohydrate is what makes us fat. Good quality fats will have a very flat relationship with insulin, so we don't get spikes and troughs. We will stay fuller for longer if we've got good quality fats in our diet, and we will also be taking on board lots of good nutrients that will help to support our hormone balance. So if you want to really support your hormone balance, you really need to focus on your liver and getting your liver working properly. So reducing your caffeine and alcohol consumption, because those will compromise liver function, and having lots of green leafy vegetables on your plate, because that supports the liver. You need to be thinking about making sure you're getting magnesium in your diet. So we talked about Epsom salts, a bath in Epsom salts in the first video. Thinking about having, again, lots of green leafy vegetables, because those are full of B vitamins. So lots of colours on your plate will really support that. and making sure you're having those good quality fats in your diet. Another element of nutrients that we need for better hormone balance is vitamin D. So you do need to make sure you are getting 20 minutes of unprotected sunshine on your skin every day in order to be able to increase your vitamin D levels in the system. And then getting your liver working properly. So drinking lots of water, allowing the liver to work properly with good quality proteins and those foods high in antioxidants, so dark fruits and green leafy vegetables. That will allow for detoxification through the night, but also having an intestine that's working properly. So moving waste through your intestine at least every 12 hours, because when the liver detoxifies, it sends those toxins to the intestine to be expelled. And if the motility of our waste through our intestine is slow, then those toxins can be reabsorbed into the system again, and we get this cycle of toxins that can scramble the messages that are being sent to the body. Hormone balance is a bit of an art, but it's absolutely possible when it comes to managing PMT and menopause and any other hormone balance related issues, whether it's endometriosis, whether it's PCOS. All of these are perfectly manageable if we understand how to balance our blood sugars, get the right nutrients in there, get the liver working properly so it's detoxifying effectively, and getting everything back into balance and making sure our diet is full of all those key nutrients that I spoke about. So if you do need any help, go onto my Sue Thomas Wellbeing page and click the WhatsApp button and just message me, and we can have a free clarity call to help you understand what's going on for your health. And also, if you're not yet a member, do go over to my Keeping It Real Facebook group, where we talk all about health and how easy it is to manage your health on a day-to-day basis. It doesn't have to be overwhelming and it doesn't have to be complicated, and we do it through that Keeping It Real Facebook group. There is a link to click and join the Facebook group in the 5 Steps to Fabulous ebook. So I hope you've enjoyed this video series and you've got something from it. And if you do need any help at all, don't hesitate to get in contact with me. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.